Welcome back, everybody, to our Big Brother Canada 9 rankings podcast. After yet another crazy week in this goddamn game, how are y'all feeling?
Mix
I
of
love
emotions, man.
I love
And
it.
I'm confused, I'm conflicted, frustrated,
I'm
just
confused.
everything all in all.
I think it's one of the most entertaining past 2 weeks, probably. Well, I only watched like a few seasons, but it's pretty entertaining.
I'm grateful because we've seen a lot of playing this game,
Yeah.
but it sucks because the playing has been so horrible.
Crazy bad.
Still
And it
horrible.
makes it so entertaining. It makes it so fun to
Still
watch.
horrible. But this is what happens when you have that like big alliance is you get down to this point where like jury's starting and now it's so early still kind of in the end stretch of the game, but you have to start like stabbing each other in the back. So
In the back. With a big ass alliance like that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess just what are your overall thoughts on, before we get into the rankings, what are your overall thoughts on Kiefer surviving?
Everyone's crazy for letting him stay, but props to Kiefer for that.
I mean, he used everything he had: emotional manipulation,
Yeah.
swearing on your family to everybody. I mean,
he offered to throw the next HOH.
He almost did. He almost won. He almost won it.
I mean, I'm almost 100% sure the only reason they kept him is because he cooks.
That is
almost
not the
positive
reason.
that is the reason.
Not the reason. They're afraid of a TNT like powerhouse thing, even though like
for whatever reason.
Whatever. I don't know why they think that. Even though Tara did win, but like Tina helps their game for the most part, honestly.
Well, the point I made earlier today, which is why I wasn't upset, is because it's actually refreshing for somebody like Tina to go who doesn't have any blood on her hands, doesn't have anything to go. Because if she would have survived this week, I was going to rate her a 10 because I think she would have had a great chance of winning it.
She would have won. She had a great relationship with every single person. Like, not one person hates her, right? Everyone likes her. So,
real talk though, not the cooking, but I think the reason they kept him is because the trio is too afraid to take a shot at each other, and they know they can't win if they're sitting next to each other in the end. So they kept Kiefer so that he can take a shot at somebody.
I think it's too early for the trio to take a shot at each other. It's way too early for that.
Yeah, that's why they saved him. No, I think it makes sense that they kept Kiefer, but they should have never even put him on the block because now Kiefer is definitely not.
Well, someone made
if you weren't going to get him out, you can't put him on the block.
Yeah, don't do that. Like that's the mistake that they made. I think they should have kept Kiefer, but not even ever put him on the block. So,
well, someone made such a great subtle move that I didn't even realize until I went back and watched today, which we'll talk about when we get to this person.
Was it Tyshawn?
Maybe.
Is it?
Well, first we're going to start with our number 6. Who remains...
Why did you bring that up?
It's called a teaser for later in the podcast. Because I haven't heard anybody else talk about this, so
okay.
But we will get to Tara remains in number 6. She did go up.
Really?
Oh, well,
really?
She went up the most, but she still had a 2 points. I mean, she's been so fucking low. She went up to a 2.7.
I'm gonna have to say that you're all wrong because I have a feeling that if Tara gets Jed out, she actually does sit in a pretty good spot. Because one, I think Beth does want her further in the game, and so does Brayden. You don't think Beth does? I haven't watched the feeds today, so I'm not really. Okay, whatever. Tara, honestly, wait, she nominated Beth and Jen?
Yes. Yeah. The whole Beth Tara thing is not real. That's something that Beth is telling Tara and keeping her hopes alive for the women working together, which isn't
okay, whatever. But I guess
like good for her.
No, good for her. I honestly think that Beth has a better shot being with Tara for now to like get to the end. You know what I'm saying? I guess now I kind of changed my mind about Tara. She's not a good social player, guys. Like she's literally one of the worst social players I've ever seen.
She got a damn good memory though.
She has a good memory, and she does have a good brain sometimes. But like this past 2 weeks, I was pretty impressed with how she's playing it. But like, I don't know. What the hell? What does she do with Beth? I need to know. I'm gonna figure it out.
I feel she could pull out a win. Okay.
Yeah.
If we look back at Ian and BB14, although there's debate whether he should have won or not, he did absolutely nothing for the first half of the season and reeled off wins in the end.
Yeah.
And ended up winning. And if she takes out Jed, that goes well on her
resume. That's a great resume move. Yeah.
But I still think she still has to play up that I've done nothing, so that they try to drag her to the end as a GOAT. And then when it gets to the final four, if she can win the final four HOH,
yes, yeah,
still gets to play in the final three. If she decides who goes to the final three, who goes to the final two,
she can win it.
You can make a case that she should win the game.
Maybe she just finally has a fire lit under her ass now.
And she definitely, for sure. Especially with her brother,
like, realization of being away from her kids and having to sit in the jury house doing nothing and like no opportunity to win any kind of money. Like if I were her, I'd be okay with second place too. Just like get me to them.
Yeah, for sure.
A reason for being here at this
for sure.
Well, she is tied for second in most comp wins.
The people who are left?
All people. But really? her and Jed both have
all
two
people everywhere.
Comp wins. She has 2 comp wins. Jed has 2 comp wins. Victoria had 2 comp wins. The only one who has more is Kiefer with 3.
No, Rohan also has more than that. He had 3.
I'm sorry. Rohan had 3 also.
So she's number 3.
Okay, whatever.
She's tied with 3. Okay, I understand.
And she's been on the block twice.
She has. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she will get carried to the end because wait, what happened? What did I just miss?
I had Rohan.
Meg was imitating Days.
Oh.
I'm glad I missed that.
No, I think Tara, she's building a resume that people are not gonna take her to the end at this point. So I think the score is kind of accurate at this point because people still want her gone and she's not a GOAT anymore. She really isn't. Like she has won back-to-back and she survived past so many people who should have went after her, so
I think she also has. Go ahead. I think she has. If you're talking about studying the days and what happened when and whatnot,
sure.
Besides Kiefer, she's probably the second best with knowing when things happen. And
she studies.
That's important to know in these late competitions.
Yeah.
Well, for my first time, this is the first time I did not put her last in my rankings. Wow. I put her at a 1.
What?
I put Beth at the 0 this time.
Wow. Oh my god!
Because I think Tara could beat Beth because everybody hates
No,
Beth.
I think
nobody in the jury.
I don't think Beth wins at this point.
Beth can win. Yeah, I think she's the
Beth is even worse with jury management. She's like she makes everyone mad. Like she yelled at Tina before she left. You know what I'm saying? Like she picks a fight with her before she leaves. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, like so. I guess we'll I'm sorry, but I guess I'll spoil a little bit about the feeds. What happened was Tina and Tara were both saying to Beth that if you don't make these shots to get out, like get Jed and Ty out of here, that you won't win. The perception won't be seen as you being a big player. And she took it as like women can't win this game or some shit like that. And which was like very stupid because that's not what they meant at all, And so like an hour or 2 before she got not voted out, like Beth like confronted them and was kind of like mean about it. So I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. She's too paranoid.
She might have taken it the wrong way, but it is kind of true.
No, it's true. It's just she like it does suck though, like the perception of women versus men in it, right? Beth probably did make a lot of the moves, but Jed and Ty were the social players. Like Beth was taken in that regard. Like she's part of the trio, but she's only being safe because she's under Jed and Ty. Even if she makes mastermind moves, it is still Jed and Ty being social enough to have everyone else sort of like vote with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not just her credit and she has to get them out. Same with them.
Yeah. Have we even said what Beth's score was? Is she number 5?
She's number 5. She's at a 3.9. She's down a 1.4.
It's pretty high though. 3.9. Jesus.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
she a
think it-
social worker? Why does
Is she?
she
No, she's
No,
the farm
Tara
girl.
is. Tara is.
Oh,
I
that
think
was
Tara.
Victoria. That was Victoria.
Oh, that was Victoria. No, Victoria and someone else.
Well, it ain't
Beth?
Beth because Beth was the farm girl. I thought. Oh yeah, maybe.
I
you're
think
right,
she is
actually.
a social worker.
No,
She's
I think
something like
Beth
that.
is a she's not
She
just a
is.
farm girl. I don't think she's just a farm girl. I think her and Victoria were both support.
She's not a farm girl. She just likes to roll around in the hay.
Well,
Oh,
she's so
God.
fucking nasty.
She's a
So
She smells like
she's
it,
a homeless
apparently.
support worker. So,
Yeah, homeless
she's a
support
social
worker. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was gonna
Yeah, so
help
how do
Kyle
you have
after the
such a
game.
shitty personality and such
I
a
don't
shitty-
know. Maybe she's not good at her job, or maybe she's not like nice at her job, you know? I don't know why she's like this, but she's not kind. And people see right through it. Even Ty now, you know,
Except for Jed.
Ty's well, Jed is in love with her. Somehow. Her onion
I mean,
breath.
I think I can be pretty mean, but I at least have a good social game. I think.
Well, you might be like, maybe like you might be seen as cutthroat, but I don't think like Beth is not just like Beth is just cold, like and terrible and like and so fake that everyone
she
just sees
Have to
through it.
take the shot at.
She needs to take it. She needs to take a shot now. Like Yeah.
It's a little late.
it's a little late, but
I mean, I had written down for her, if she even has a shot at winning, she has to take the shot at Jed and Ty.
and has to win out too. Like she has to
Yeah.
win and take Brayden to the end or something. Even though Brayden's probably much more likable though. I only see her winning against Brayden and Tara possibly, but Tara, I don't even see that anymore. So I don't see Beth winning.
I thought she was doing well, and I thought she had kind of control over Jed and Ty until Jed and Ty went
Yeah.
and had that conversation with
Yeah.
Kiefer and made that whole decision without her. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe she's not, as big a part in this alliance as I thought she was.
Yeah. Agreed.
But she's also like going back to Jed and saying like, telling him
I
exactly
know.
what her conversation with Tara was.
So stupid.
was
She's
so
so
dumb.
stupid.
I mean,
Take
Jed
that
kind of does the same
information
with her.
Simmer on that yourself.
Jed is the same, but I feel like he's not actually trying to scheme. Like I feel like Beth
Ew, but
is
I
trying
want
to
to be in your
scheme.
head. I should be the only one in your head.
I don't remember that. I don't even remember
That
that.
was
That's
a
really
little
cringy.
cringy.
That's really cringy.
But they're both like that.
They're both freaking cringy. I don't want to see either of them win, to be honest. I don't.
Like their relationship, if it keeps going after the show, is going to be straight head games to the point where one of them's going to murder each other, and we're going to get to
Straight
watch
They're not staying
crimes.
together because
Straight
Jed's mom is
what
on
games?
Twitter.
Oh, yeah, Jed's
is on
mom.
Twitter.
Mind games.
She's already said it's not happening after this.
Yeah, she's already she's been trashing her. Also Beth, I don't even think she's gonna want to pursue it because they live away from each other, like really far away. So it's just not a thing. It's really I hate seeing that showmance. It's not a good showmance.
What does Jed do? What's his job?
I don't even know.
Athletic trainer or something. I don't know.
Is he a trainer? I don't think he's a trainer.
He's
Is
a
he?
personal trainer and model.
He's a model too. Oh my god! Of course he is.
Well, Jed is number 4 with a 4.4.
Okay.
He's down the
Good.
most to a 1.6.
I rate him the least because I do feel like he's gonna be gone within these 2 or within this week. I think. I hope.
I just put meh next to him because I don't really know what to say. If Beth, I still think she might pull out a veto win or something, but I have it in my head that ultimately Jed's gonna go before Beth. I'm tired of watching them. Just make both of them go away.
Yeah.
Make them
go.
Make them go in this fake double eviction and have to fight against each other to come back.
We're gonna have to talk about that because that
jealous?
really pisses me.
Jealous of what? Beth and her
Wasn't
yeast
that
infection?
your, like,
No.
crush?
You're jealous of Beth. You're jealous of Beth, aren't you? No, I'm kidding.
I'm jealous of her farm animals. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jed is just really dumb. That's really
So dumb. Why did he put Kiefer on there and then take him out? Take him off. I don't understand. They don't make clear decisions. Okay,
He
the minute
does
you
let
say
people do
something
it.
to Jed changes his mind. Like not one person has, like everyone has that effect on him. He just changes his mind the minute they speak to him. It's really
But they
ridiculous.
convinced themselves that it was a good move when they were like, oh, but I think going after a duo and a trio in one shot is a good move. And I'm like, but you're getting out Tina.
Yeah. No, but Kiefer convinced him that keeping him was a bigger move, which is literally not true in any sense, in my opinion. Especially if Kiefer is the one who takes Jed out. Like that's just ironic to me.
Easily manipulated.
Very easily. That's why Beth is here, like
I'm
in
just
his
super
ear.
wishy-washy.
Terrible player.
Take a shot like that against your like close alliance member that you've been with since day one, right? And you're gonna take the shot. You need to follow through.
Yeah. Can I also say
that goes both ways, because if Kiefer stays with a trio that voted him out and then put him on the block, I mean, is he any smarter than Beth?
Who, Kiefer?
We'll get to Kiefer.
Yeah, but
no, but he changes. He flipped already at this point.
Beating Jed in the finale, and people are like, I mean, you had the chance to take the shot. Like, say it's Jed and Kiefer.
That'd be so funny. Oh my god.
No, I legit said that to myself.
Feel like you could have taken him out and you pussied out at the last second. Like, no,
that was my.
I mean,
thought.
he could also say like, oh, I want to beat him. I want to be the best. That's gonna be both their arguments if those two are at the end together, which is stupid. Kiefer's still gonna win.
If I'm in jury, it doesn't matter who's sitting next to Jed. Dude, why didn't you take that shot? I'm voting against you strictly because you were too
I don't know if they would
not
do
to pull the
that.
trigger.
If Kiefer still goes home before Jed and Jed's at the final two, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be that big of a problem. It'll be like a minor question, you know. Also, what I would like to say, I like this final six. I think it's really entertaining, but they're probably like the worst players besides Kiefer. Well, maybe not. I guess not. But like, I don't like their gameplays at all. I like them as entertainment.
Ty is as bad.
Ty,
I think everybody that went
passive.
before them was also pretty.
They're all bad. Everyone's bad. No one's really good at this game.
Again, we'll take it. We'll take any game.
No, I'm taking this. I'm taking
gameplay.
this. I'm taking this final six. It's very entertaining. I think the fact that they're so dumb makes it so good to watch them like struggle and like bump around. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? I have no idea.
I mean, if having a comp and playing around in the ball pit doesn't characterize this season as a whole.
Most physical competition they've had all.
That's the only physical, not the only physical.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
The second one.
What's the first one again?
First one.
Oh, yeah. When they had to hold the buckets up.
That was so long ago. Oh my god. They have done the dumbest competitions. What is the reason for that? Is there a reason why they're picking like weird competitions to do? And then this damn fake double eviction, which is getting my last nerve. Absolute last nerve. Why now? Why do it now?
Well, number 3 is Brayden with a 6.1.
Really?
He's up a 0.6.
I gave him a 6.9 because
that's
my favorite number. And I love Brayden.
Okay.
Just gave Meg a headache.
Yeah, Meg has a migraine right now. I rated Brayden as the highest. I think that he survives this week and he survives next week. I'm pretty sure. Because at this point, there is just so many targets going. Like, Brayden is a floater and he hasn't told everyone he's going after the trio. You know what I'm saying? Like, the trio thinks that he might be able to be swayed over. And then Tara and Kiefer are like, you got to go after them. He's clearly in the middle. So I do think he will get. No, you don't think so?
I'll get there.
Okay, but I do think Brayden is at a better spot than everyone else at the moment.
And
Will he
on
win?
top of that, not only is his position good, but like I said last week, he has come in second place in so many competitions. Like, he is undercover, sneaky good at competitions.
I wonder, yeah.
But you don't even think about him coming in second place. I've only heard maybe
Ty
one person
mentioned
that.
it, and Kiefer mentioned it, I think.
Yeah, Kiefer mentioned it, I think this week.
If you don't get him out, he's going to eventually win one of those comps.
You would think so, right? But he really hasn't. Like, he hasn't won a single thing, and he's always top 3, unless he's like the first one out. But like, he's consistently good.
Really, I mean, maybe he's a floater, but he is interjecting himself in conversations and getting information
and floating between the two.
Yeah, and
he is.
I mean, but he's not like
it's smart.
Floating, like
no,
like not talking strategy, not involved. Nobody coming to him with things, and they even know that he's doing that, and they continue to do it.
They try. They always talk about wanting to get him out in the beginning of HOH weeks, and then they're like, no, there has to be someone else. Like, it has to be a bigger target, right? So he does float by in that sense as well. There's a lot of definitions for floating.
He has a lot of friends. People like him.
With
him.
I've been saying this all season.
Yeah, no, it's true. He has no beef with anybody. It's crazy.
I just feel like we all berated Tina, and I doubt you guys could name 2 game moves Brayden has made in this game.
He hasn't made any, but his floating and having a social game
that is a game move.
I mean, I know it's a game move, but like, it's still like
it's strategy. It's not a game move.
It's not. Yeah. It's a strategy. It's a strategic placement, right? If he gets to the final with like Tara, with like, I don't know if Brayden wins against anyone besides Beth.
He has to start winning now.
Yeah, he does.
Make moves now, and he has to make big moves. Like,
he needs to keep winning vetoes. Him and Tara need to they need to win vetoes. Honestly, I mean,
I just need him to do something.
Something, yeah.
I mean, final 2.
Slap
just
someone's ass.
Say, I didn't have to make any game moves because all the ones you made were stupid and pointless, and you allowed me to.
I hope he says that. I would love to hear him say that if he gets to the final 2. That would be great. That would be iconic. But I don't even know if he will say that. But that's the thing. He's very passive as a human being, and
I think there's a definite distinction between him and Tina. As you know, we say they both kind of haven't done anything, but Meg was hinting at it. He strategically puts himself into conversations to get information and use it against other people without them really
knowing. Yeah.
Tina just sat around and didn't.
She just sat. Just sat.
This is his background in his education, is studying human behavior.
Oh, is it anthropology?
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing in the house too. And it's got him this far, and I think it's got him further.
That's actually very true. Very true.
Just the way that he moved from Austin and Roe and Kyle onto the trio with like barely seamless any transition. Yeah.
Kiefer got jealous. Like, Kiefer got really jealous at one point. He was like, why is he in there all the time? And why are they telling him stuff, you know? And like, Brayden is really good at seamlessly going into things, right? Because right now he's seamlessly with Tara, you know, and Tara does not mind because she thinks that Brayden's always been with her.
And even though with her, she's the HOH this week.
Exactly, but she doesn't think that it's like him just kissing ass, which it probably is half and half. You know, he's kissing ass, but he also does want to work with her. You know, but like
when
she doesn't
get along with everybody in the house.
Exactly,
it doesn't come off as
exactly. You can't play it like Beth. Like Beth, she's lucky she has a whole alliance because she would have been gone because she's just not a good person, like people person.
Mm-hmm. I hate comparing him to the other gay men that won Big Brother, but if he can explain in the final 2 how he seamlessly floated between different alliances.
Who's the first one?
Andy Herring.
Oh.
Herring. Yes, Andy had a bit of an advantage because he was playing with such a dysfunctional.
This is dysfunctional too.
No, he played in one of the most racist, just horrible cast anybody could have played on.
Is this US?
But
Who was that? Who was it?
Aaron, the dude with the buffalo tattoo. I can't even remember all their names. They were so horrible.
Person.
Amanda and McCrae.
You said a Jersey person?
Oh yeah, okay, Amanda and McCrae.
Yeah, the Jersey girls. But if he can get to the final 2, Brayden is really good at explaining how he does things and just explaining different situations. If he can do that in the final two, he may actually win the game.
Yeah.
Just by explaining how he went about it. And I think he can do that.
Imagine getting to the top two without winning anything and like turning that into a good thing. Like turning that into like, I have to make moves that make people mad at me, you know? I don't know. I think all 6 of these people have very interesting paths to the end. Very interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think he's a front runner to win. I'm just like getting bored. I want him to do something.
Yeah, I do. But then if he does something, he might not be as poised to win it.
Or he might still not get to the end.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I mean, he should make a move though, for sure.
I think his relationship with Tyshawn is underrated too. Like he's gotten really close to Ty, and that's kind of his in on the rest of the trio.
Yeah.
And I think that was really smart.
Well, he was also close with Beth too. Like, I mean, fake close.
Actually, that was the best thing he's done so far today. Is that Beth told him something, was trying to get him to do something, and then he went to Tara and just buried her.
Really? Did she tell him to sacrifice himself and put him as a pawn? Is that what she said, right?
I mean, that was one of the things she said, but she was telling everybody today.
Oh my God, Beth, you can't work this hard. It's only Friday. You have like a whole week left. We better hope you win that damn veto because you're not gonna get to the end in that way. You're not gonna make it this week.
I think Brayden's best move would be just to win veto, like when
when
he's on the block, specifically too, because he will be on the block soon.
I mean, I'm just wondering if there's going to be a point when everybody's like, well, we can't take Brayden past this point because, I mean, it's getting down to numbers.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to win the vetoes and win out from that, you know?
Yeah, but if they don't want to go final 3 with the trio, they're going to need Brayden to help them get one of the other one out, you know?
Yeah. That's also very true, especially Beth. If Beth stays, Beth is going to need Brayden to tackle one of them or even Kiefer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this game is so crazy.
Well, number 2.
I mean, go ahead. No,
I was going to say number 2 is Tyshawn. He's dropped a 0.5. He's at a 6.3.
You guys put Kiefer on the top again?
I mean, I tied.
What is everyone's obsession with Kiefer, bro? I don't think he's number 1 in this game right now.
I have him 3rd on my list.
Yeah, he's 3rd for me too. What is this?
If I didn't love Brayden so much, I would have Kiefer number 1.
I mean, it's close. Like, there's 0.4 between Brayden and Kiefer, and then Tyshawn's like in the middle of that. So
okay, well, like he is the smartest player in the house, but the fact is his game is wide open. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows he's a big threat. Everyone knows that he is playing both sides. He's going to be on the block if he doesn't win, but he might win. So I don't know. But
this is what I want to say about Tyshawn, because last week I was so confused about what actually was happened that I had to go back today and watch everybody.
What do you mean?
And I feel like Tyshawn played such a subtle moves last week. In the conversation with Jed, Jed is throwing out, we should put him Kiefer. So Tyshawn agrees. Then the conversation veers, maybe Brayden is the better choice. And no, Tyshawn decides, no, this should be Kiefer. So Tyshawn shaves Brayden in that conversation. And then they also eventually, of course, don't vote out Kiefer. And now Kiefer's maddest at Beth and
Jed.
And he's just protecting Tyshawn all day today.
Wait, that's actually
everybody was protecting Tyshawn all day today. They were like, you should put up Tyshawn and Jed. You should put up Beth and
This is what being social. Ty and Brayden are very social players. You know, Ty is just on the trio side, right? But now everyone wants to pull him away because there's a whole showmance going. He is so smart for not doing that showmance.
I think he's in the middle, actually, because today I feel like everybody is him.
Okay.
Today.
All right.
I feel like.
I'll add something to that.
Why is he not first, guys? Why is he not first? I'm sorry.
Because I love Brayden. But I'll add something to what Nick said. Kiefer came to Tyshawn before the eviction and told him that he would put up Beth and Jed if he won HOH. Tyshawn did not tell
he did not.
Beth that.
He wants that to happen.
Yep.
At this point, Ty knows that Jed will not take Ty and Beth will not take Ty. And so why do we keep Beth and Jed even if we're in this isosceles triangle? I freaking hate that name, first of all. But the sauce. They need to go. Not Ty, but they all need to go. If Ty does succeed in playing this middle ground without ever, he doesn't appear to be the middle person, but he is, right? Then that's a really good move to the end, like, and he could totally win it.
My only worry is now I think he needs to throw this veto because he told Jed he would save him, but I think he needs to throw the veto and hope
he better throw the veto
or Brayden that wins.
Yeah.
Well, he has a good excuse because he's not a good game player either. He hasn't won anything, right?
He's won one, and it was a
one veto against
He needs to go out of his way to save one of them. He needs
to not even win the veto, not even no. I have a feeling Jed wins the veto though. What happens then? Is Ty going up?
I mean, today everybody protected everybody that it might be Kiefer's and a tie, so I don't know because everybody was trying to protect Ty today. It seemed like,
but like the trio has to go. One of them has to go for Tara and Brayden.
Do you think Tara would put Kiefer up over Ty?
I don't think so. But I mean, she's sketched out by Keith because the night before his eviction or Tina's eviction, he was acting like an asshole to her, basically like just like saying that he has to keep his word and help the trio and he's gonna win it though, and whatever the case is, like he's not jumping to Tara's side. I know. He has every right to be in this game and his cast, but like Jesus, don't actually air it out. Like, do not do that. Everyone knows that you want to win and you think you can win, you know? Ah, man. Everyone has really big flaws in this game. Really
Any
big
final
flaws.
thoughts on Tashawn?
He's subtle. He's not winning anything major.
Very undercover player.
Deserving of the second spot.
In such a
really
dysfunctional
nice
cast.
guy.
He is a very nice guy. What is with that? He is the nicest guy like ever. Like you would think after watching 48 days of him on feeds, like he would be really rude. But I think I only call him doing something bad once, like saying something bad once, and that was it.
I mean, he will talk shit from time to time, but
yeah, but like
no
outrageously, like he's not mean.
I mean, he took those habaneros like a champ, though. I'll give him that.
He did. I don't know why he used water, but it's not gonna help. But yeah, he was a champ for that.
Well, our number one is Kiefer, back in our number one spot. He's at a 6.5. He's down a 0.1. Alex hates him. I guess he buys into this Kiefer hate. I don't get it, but
I don't hate Kiefer because of because people hate Kiefer because he's like he farts a lot or something like that. Like he hates him. They hate him because he's cocky and he farts a lot.
We'll find any reason to hate on Kiefer.
But I don't hate on Kiefer. I hate on Kiefer because Kiefer is the smartest player and he's maybe he is acting as the smartest player, but like outside I'm like that's not really the smartest thing to do. But I don't know. He's just I can't stand
his dumbest thing is still his mouth. I mean, I don't know why he
tells
people.
Yeah, he tells people
I'm gonna win the game. I won all these things. Like, why are you? What
is the point of that? What is the reason for that? I don't get
it.
He
was still able to get them to keep him in there.
That's also true. I don't know what. Like, I want to know his gameplay. I want to hear everything.
I mean, it's working because I mean that was the first flip of the game.
It is. Wow, that's crazy.
Throw shit up there. I mean, I kind of like it because I like playing chaotic also.
Yeah.
But it really seems like he just throws shit at the wall to see what sticks.
What sticks and what lands. And it works. Because everyone else is so stupid and messy that like something is bound to work.
He doesn't get away with playing this type of game in a really good game playing cast.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably one of the first couple out.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Victoria played emotionally with the trio, and then Kiefer did almost the same thing, but in a different manipulating way. And Kiefer completely succeeded, and Vic just didn't.
Well, I mean, that's because Victoria screwed them over in like week 3. So
that's true. Keith didn't do shit to them. That's like Keith made most of the moves that the trio is now taking credit for. Like every big move was done by Vic or Kiefer for them, for the fucking trio. I don't get it. Like, I don't know what the trio has done.
I mean, that's an argument to use in the final too. Like, y'all didn't do shit. Victoria and Kiefer did it all for you.
That's also
true. But then
true.
my argument is I got them to do it for me.
It's very true. Big Brother is such a crazy game because, like, it's just you can say anything. You have to angle your perception. You know, you got to change what people think about it, how to look at it. So, You gotta be a good speaker to win.
Kiefer's definitely riding a wave. I mean, look at the scores we've had for him. It goes, sometimes it's super high, then it's in the middle, sometimes it's low and then back up. I mean, it really, like you said, Alex, I really want to hear from him.
I do too.
What his strategy was and articulate it. I mean, because it's if he gets to the final two at this point, he does the
win.
Winner.
There's no other person, not one person that goes against Kiefer would beat Kiefer.
He already has 3 votes.
So I guess Kiefer is number 1 in this ranking, but like, I don't know.
Meg,
like,
how do you break down that argument? Like, if you personally sitting next to Kiefer, how do you say, no, Kiefer, we did this for you? Like, how do you vocalize that?
Say Tara's next to Kiefer. How could you ever win against
what
Kiefer?
Would Tara need to say?
Yeah, what would Tara need to say? I'm giving you
I'm
a
sorry
very
I've been
hard
so negative this entire season. I'm sorry you all hate me, but I think I should win over Kiefer.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's why Kiefer wins against anybody, because I feel like there's literally nothing that they can say that's going to be out.
That he hasn't done. Yeah. Like he has.
And Tara's a horrible person to give as an example, because
that's what I want to give you a challenge. I wanted to give you the hardest challenge. Or Beth.
Mean, Tara would just be like, hey, I was able to just like skirt around and hang out and like do nothing.
Hang out with Tina for 40 days.
While you guys all just went at each other and nobody ever liked me. And yet here I am because
there we go.
Yeah, I mean, that for Tara, if it's Jed, Beth, or Ty, it's you didn't take me out when you had the chance. When I was the only one coming after you. Me on the block,
she's the only person coming after them.
And I won the veto to take myself off, and then I won the HOH following that, losing my only like one person in the house that I had after you all just like fucked us the week before, and then I took out Jed, who was like the best,
somehow the mastermind. Yeah. Whatever that means. Like whatever that means. At this point, if Ty is ready to like get away from the trio, I would just take out Kiefer. I wouldn't even bother taking out Jed. Like if Ty really isn't for him, then it's okay, because it's just Jed and Beth,
I think Deshaun knows he needs to take out Beth first.
Yeah, for his game.
Because then he has everybody.
For everyone else, it's basically Jed first.
Yeah, because
I don't think so, because Kiefer wants Beth out too.
Well, Kiefer wants Beth out, but does he? You said what?
I said Jed would take Ty to the final 2.
If Beth is gone.
Right.
Yeah. No, I feel like Beth, if Jed was gone, I would also say that Beth would probably stick with Ty, because that's the only person left.
I don't know.
And she's done more than Ty. She's just stupid. She honestly just runs circle around herself, and she just implodes. So can we talk about the fake double eviction?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't understand why it's being put in this week, like this specific week. Did they plan that already?
I'll say this. I think they had to have planned a double eviction. I don't know if it was supposed to be fake, but I don't think they could have had the.
Do you think they tried to save Tara by doing that? Because I feel like this show has edited Tara to be like the protagonist, besides Vic and Kiefer, right? So next week's gonna be a fake double eviction. Tara's gonna have her HOH week, and then whoever goes out that week isn't actually going out yet. There's gonna be a double eviction, and then the whole thing happens again, but then they have a battle.
It's like a mini battle back
for 2 players.
So Tara's week could be useless. Like if she gets out Jed, and then the next week Tara goes, and then Jed and Tara battle, and Jed gets back in the game, Tara's fucked. I think production actually wanted Tara to help Tara out. They didn't think she would win, and so they wanted to make sure she had a chance to battle back or some shit like that. Because this is really bad. Or Kiefer. Or well, no, they didn't plan Kiefer. They didn't know if Kiefer was staying that much. They only knew 2 days before the episode happened. I really do feel like they were trying to help get the trio out, but now it's the opposite effect. Now it's actually it could happen, but now they could battle back. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little late in the game for this twist, but I mean, it's really not that big of a twist compared to other twists we've seen.
It is in the sense that it could fuck the balance. This week, if it's untouched, Tara could really have a great week, and so could Brayden, and Ty, actually, right? But now it's if Jed battles back against Tara or Brayden.
I mean, it does
It's
fuck up
fucked.
dynamics completely because I mean, somebody's coming back and somebody has to put in all this work, and somebody comes back.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be so frustrating.
I think Jed
Battlebacks-
survives, guys. I do think Jed survives now with this fake double eviction. There's
Well,
like,
I don't think he's getting voted out if it's him and Beth on the block. I don't think so.
Yeah. I
so he's
think-
not gonna get out at all. Like, he's not gonna even.
I think Beth goes over him right now.
Imagine
Which
Beth
I
and
think is-
Tara as the two battlerbacks, and Tara comes back.
Oh my God, what an awful.
What a
awful-
terrible, yeah, it would be a terrible. I wouldn't want to watch that. I don't care. Like, just take out one of them or both of them. Man, this.
Tara
this
would probably win.
I think Tara could beat Beth. She has much more fire now. Like she's like it's her against the world, right? So she has that mentality. Like
Well,
Rohan did.
Beth has fire against Tara today after she put Beth on the block. So
No, but Beth is more like, let me just spit fire everywhere. Like Beth is just like, I'm frustrated because I was in a great spot for like 8 weeks or whatever, however long, 5 weeks, and now it's all imploding in front of her. She's scared. It's not really like her having fire. No one left yet, from her side. This season's crazy.
any final thoughts?
Yeah, half of those peppers weren't even hot. I was
Yeah,
disappointed.
jalapenos at level 3 or 4? Nah.
Like
No,
not
Thai, the
even
Thai
close.
chilies.
Beth, or no, not Beth. It was
Jed?
Tara.
Oh,
Had to eat
Tara?
the like pepper cheese.
Pepper. Yeah.
She was like, okay, guys, okay, here you go. And I'm like, what? Over pepper
That's not
cheese?
even spicy. Like, it's
No.
not even spicy.
I mean, the
1, 2,
only
3, and 4 wasn't even spicy. All 4 of those, the first 4.
I would have ate up to the jalapeno. I would have ate the jalapeno.
I would have ate the jalapeno, and that was it.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Cause
would
I-
have tried the Thai chilies, but Thai chilies.
I've had Thai chili. They're really freaking crazy. Like, I can't eat a whole thing of Thai chili. I usually have a little bit of seeds, or the sauce. But yeah,
Plus, some of the other peppers, even though they weren't as hot, they were massive.
massive. Who was it? Was it Keith? No. Who
Yeah,
had
the
the,
Kiefer,
poblano.
he ate the poblano.
that was huge. I was like, what is that? Even if it's not spicy, it's too much to handle because it's a lot of.
Yeah. I was like,
juices.
I would eat the 2-3 big jalapeno over that.
I would eat a small, really hot pepper over a big, medium pepper.
I like poblanos. It's raw.
I don't know if I've had them before.
They're
I don't
good.
remember. They're good.
They're good on the grill.
Hmm.
Char them a
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
Well, anyway, thank you all for joining us this
What a great ending. What a great ending.
See
All
you
the strategy talk.
next week.